When starting the lab, be sure to wear safety goggles, gloves, lab coats, and tie up any long hair into a bun. Always wipe down each workstation with Lysol before beginning to work. To make LB agar, you will need 5 grams of sodium chloride, 5 grams of tryptone, 7.5 of bacto agar, and 2.5 of yeast extract. To make minimal A glucose agar, you will need the following, but the liquid ingredients will be added after autoclaving. This will also be explained later. To operate the scale, place the weigh boat inside, close the door, and then zero it out. Use a clean spatula to transfer ingredients into the weigh boat until you get the desired weight. Transfer as much of the ingredient into the Erlenmeyer flask as possible. Some tricks to employ are bending the boat into a funnel shape and scraping the boat with a spatula. Next, pour 500 milliliters of water into the flask. Try to wash any lingering ingredients off the sides of the flask into the rest of the solution. Good job! Now we thoroughly mix the agar solution to uniformity using a magnetic stir and a stir rod. While we stir, we'll prepare the flask for the autoclave. This will be done by placing foil loosely over the opening and placing autoclave tape on it. This will help indicate whether or not it has been autoclaved. Be sure to label your flask with the appropriate information. To perform an autoclave, place the items of interest into an autoclavable tray filled slightly with water. This will prevent dehydration of the solution. Also, remember to use your heat protection gloves.
So when you first come to the autoclave, there's going to be the screen that you have to tap on. And then there will be an access code screen that shows up. And you have to enter the right access code, and you'll be provided this access code when you have finished training. After you enter the correct access code, the main menu will show up. There'll be 2 buttons, the cycle select and the options button. You want to press the cycle select button, and then the menu will show up for selecting different cycles. For our purpose, we want to use one of the liquid cycles because we want to be autoclaving liquid media. And the number after the liquid cycle indicate the number of minutes for autoclaving. For 500 mil, liquid 20 or 15 should be sufficient. So we're gonna just choose liquid 20 for now, and you can press that, and the cycle will be ready. Once the cycle has been selected, then you should load your media into the autoclave. You can also load your media prior selecting the cycle, but we're gonna just do this after we select the cycle. To load the media, you need to press the foot pedal to open the autoclave door.
Load the tray into the autoclave, close the autoclave, and start the cycle. When taking out the tray, be careful, it's hot!
After you take out the media, and make sure to change the screen such that it could go back to the original screen. So go to the options button, press next, go to the standby mode, and this will go back to the original screen so someone else has to log in order to use the autoclave again.
While we wait for the media to cool to the point where we can hold the flask, place it on the stir to prevent the media from solidifying. Check the temperature often to see if the media can be poured. The 1% thymine needs to be filter sterilized. This is done by using a syringe and pushing the thymine through a filter. This will serve as a stock solution that can be used multiple times. The other wet ingredients can just be added aseptically with the flame on, since these ingredients have already been autoclaved. Be careful when adding wet ingredients. Try to get as close to the media with the pipette as possible to prevent bubbles. At this point, we will make preparations to pour the media into plates. Start off by wiping down the workstation with Lysol. Afterwards, bring out clean petri dishes to pour into. When pouring plates, keep a flame going and pass the opening of the flask through the flame to prevent contamination. Pour the plates smoothly to prevent formation of air bubbles, as those will affect the way your cultures grow. Use a second magnetic stir bar to keep the stir bar inside the flask from falling into a plate. When the media has solidified, store them in paraffin bags and be sure to store them with the bottom side on top. Label the bags and store them in the fridge for later. Be sure to clean up after you're done for the day. To clean the scale, wipe it down with Lysol. Wash the glassware with liquid soap and water.